And yeah, it's barely passed any and every class. Looking at every ass, cheated on every test. I guess this is my dissertation. Homie, this shit is basic. Welcome to graduation.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, it's Gene Clervil, aka Mr. Changing Lives. It's been a while since I've done the last video, but as you can see by my attire, I will be a graduate of the class of 2012 tomorrow from William Patterson University. Now, if you know me by now, you know that I dream big. So I've been on a mission for the past semester and a half to become not the valedictorian speaker, but the keynote speaker at my graduation, to break all barriers, overcome all obstacles, and be the keynote speaker at my graduation. Now, I've been through ups and downs. I've tried everything I could, spoke to everyone that I needed to speak to, and it didn't happen the way I planned it. So you know what? I have an imagination, so I thought I'd take matters into my own hands and give you guys a part of my speech as if I was speaking tomorrow at graduation. You know, it's still not, it's not impossible, but I just thought I'd do this and give you guys a little taste of what I would say as if I was speaking tomorrow. So we'll go to that clip right now. Good day, all fellow graduates of 2012, friends, family, relatives, everyone that came out today. I'd like to say on behalf of the class, we appreciate you guys. I'd like to thank the president for that edification. Before I start, I'd like to say I look good, but you guys look better. So everyone give yourselves a round of applause. Now, my main goal for standing in front of you guys today is to help you chase that passion that you have, to inspire you to chase that dream, but not only inspire you, but leave you with a few tips that will help sustain that inspiration and help you act and reach that goal that you've been longing for. Now, one of the main things besides chasing your passion that we have to learn is strength is the product of struggle. I know all of us have struggled throughout our years at William Patterson and college in general, from not knowing where that next swipe is going to come from not having enough money, from worrying ourselves about this test or an assignment that we're not know if we're going to be able to complete in time, or not know if we're going to pass a class or pass a test. But I've learned that strength is a product of struggle. Even though my first year at William Patterson, I had to take 6 buses to school 5 days a week. 6 buses, 5 days a week. 3 to get to William Patterson, 3 to get home. I remember taking the 94 to the 72 to the 744. And I was hurting so much that I just knew that there had to be a better way. I had a vision, an idea in my head that there has to be a better way, that I'm not, spending all this money here and to leave out here and not live the lifestyle that I want to live, not accomplish that dream, not being able to help others. So while I was struggling, I knew that there had to be a better way. And the way that helped me and helped a lot of successful people is that I used my talents, I used my gifts, and they made room for me. So as I was struggling, not having a car, not having enough money, being a flat broke college student, I knew that I had to make a way. But that was the idea, that was the vision that I had. So I love to speak and I love writing poetry. So I would do open mics in my spare time, and the more that I would do it, the more people would say, oh, you should write a book. You should write a book. And it wasn't until my pastor took me out of my comfort zone and made me perform a piece of poetry that I didn't want to perform at the time, and I broke down and cried. And if you know me, I'm not one to break down and cry, but as I did that, as I shed those tears, I inspired the whole congregation. And I knew that if I could touch those people's lives, that there's nothing that could stop me. So I finally decided to write the book. Didn't even have enough money to write my book. A fundraiser was made for me that gave me enough money to write my book. I did that. And even when the book was written, I didn't have enough money. I invested all my money in writing the book, but I didn't have enough to order my own copies and, do book signings and things of that nature. So there I go, struggling again. But I had the vision that I knew that I wanted to become wealthy. I knew there was a better way. I knew there's a lifestyle that I wanted to leave for myself, my families, and for the next generation to come. So I did that, and I wore my friend's button, and I realized, I could make buttons and have my quotes from them, but not only my quotes, but quotes from the book, so I can tie both and both together and market it, me being a marketing major. So I did that, ordered 50 buttons, and they said my quote, that a person doesn't die when he or she reaches the grave. They die when their dreams do. And I knew that quote. I was astonished when I wrote it. I was like, did I really write this? And I knew that by putting this on a button that I inspired people not only to chase their dreams, but to buy the book. So the first day I got it, my friend told me, "Oh, let's go to the mall." He texts me to outside. I see the buttons; they just came in a package. I put them in my pocket. We go to the mall. Lo and behold, I run into Amber Rose. Amber Rose took a picture with it, and by that weekend, I shared it on social media. I sold out, and then from there, it grew and took a life on its own. I had pictures of people wearing my pin from Spike Lee, Big Sean, Tiana Taylor, Stephen Hill, Reverend Al Sharpton, and not only that, I would share my quote, and it expanded, and all these celebrities started using my quote, from Russell Simmons, Pharrell Williams, Reverend Run, Tony Robbins, Oprah Winfrey. All these people decided to use my quote, and I realized that if I didn't held on to that idea, that I knew there was going to be a better way and that I wanted to be wealthy, if I didn't have that vision, because a lot of people may have sight, but they don't have vision. I know you guys are smart enough to build a vision of the life that you would that you would love to live. So I was just using my story not to impress you people, but to impress upon you that if you have a vision, an idea, and you act on it, them walls that currently in front of you will turn into doors. Because if I didn't have that vision, there was no way I could have my books in the bookstore, or have these different people that are much more successful than I am using my quotes. So I would like to leave you guys today with 3 tips that helped me not only achieve those all those achievements while I was still a college student, but also helped me build a brand and a vision that not only inspired me, but inspired other people as well. The first tip that I'd like to share with you guys is